okay, because in voodoo we respect the unknown, okay. As Haitians, when we see like animal sacrifices in crossroads, and we see like food left in crossroads, okay, if you're not voodooist, we tend to think like there's something bad going on, okay, there's like a black magic thing going on, okay? And the spirits. And fun fact is, Cousin Zaka, who is the law of the earth, he is responsible to feed Haiti and to feed the Loa. And another thing that you should know, guys, they say that a woman should not be cooking for the Loa while she has her period. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to talk about voodoo services and how to give offerings, thanksgivings, food to the Loa. I have like similar videos to this on my channel, but I assure you that in this video we're gonna give you like new informations, and this video is completely different because we have like more details for you and more informations. So we are going to see different aspects of voodoo services, the steps of it, and how to present your offerings to the Loa. So as always, before we go further into the video, I would like to thank all of you who subscribe to my channel, who always like my videos, who always leave comments. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm, so I really thank you guys, okay? And to those who haven't done none of these things, what are you waiting for? Okay, so if you like my content, if you like what I'm doing, so please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and leave a comment. So everyone can give offerings to the Loa, okay? It doesn't matter that you are a voodoo priest or not, that you have a peristyle or not, that you have an ogatwa or not. The ogatwa is like the sacred place that you have in your house or in your corner that you have for a specific Loa, okay? That you put your secret mystical stuff, okay? So it doesn't matter. Like if you want to give offerings to the Loa, you can do that. So what I want you to have in mind is that in different areas in Haiti, voodoo services are slightly different, okay? So the way you may know that this voodoo priest gave his Loa's food, it may be different from other voodoo priest services, okay? But that doesn't mean there's someone in the wrong here, okay? It's just that's the way it is. But in my videos, I commonly give like informations that are acceptable for the most part, okay? That are acceptable by most voodooists. A beautiful aspect in voodoo services is that you are sharing with the Loa, with the ancestors, and with people what you have been blessed with. So that is a very good message, okay, to other people, okay? So that is very beautiful. That is showing how grateful you are, not only to people, but to the Loa that have blessed you with material stuff or with their protection, okay, whatsoever. So there's like 3 steps, okay, in most voodoo services, okay? So there's like the offering part, there's like the thanksgiving part, and there's also the sacrifice part that's always at the end, okay? I know like those words kind of like look alike, okay? They're kind of similar, but I'm just gonna give you more details about them. So the offering part is very interesting, okay? It's when you're giving like all type of foods. You're sharing the foods with your ancestors, with the Loa, and with people, okay? So the Loa, they eat what we eat because the Loa and us are one. Okay, I already told you in other videos that we are all one, okay? That's why when in voodoo, when you hear God, they are talking about this energy that is in every everything in every, every being. So we are just one. So they eat what we eat. And the fun fact is, you should not give imported food to the Loa, or food that are not natural, because in voodoo, for the most part, for like almost everything that we do, we tend to do it, as more as natural it can be. Okay, so when you're giving your voodoo services, natural foods, cultural food, or traditional food, you draw yourself, closer to your ancestors and the spirits. And fun fact is, Kuzenzaka, who is the law of the earth, he is responsible to feed Haiti and to feed the Loa. He rules over 4 elements, okay? In other terms, 4 different frequencies or vibrations. So there are different names attributed to him depending on the element. Azaka Mede for the earth, Azaka Krim for the wind, Azaka Goli for water, and Azaka Thunder for fire. Now let's get to the Thanksgiving part. This is a very important part of the voodoo service. Why? Because this is when you remember of the promise that you made to the Loa, okay? When you told him that, or told her that, if you do this for me, I will give you that. Okay, so this is the moment that you bring forward what you promised. Now let's take for example that you promised to Ogofera that you would give him a machete. Okay, so if there's something very specific for you, you would give him a machete. Now he did that thing for you. Okay, now it's time to do the Thanksgiving and everything, and you summoned Ogofera. Now you bring forward the thing that you promised. Okay, you promised a machete, so you come with a machete and you tie into the machete, you tied up in the machete a wet tissue, because red is his color. Okay, so however, if the thing that he did for you, it's not like a battle related thing, like we're not in a fight with someone, because Ogufera, he's a warrior. Okay, so that wet tissue should not be tied up in the machete. If what he did to you, he did for you, is not a battle related thing. Okay, you need to tie up that wet tissue in a rum bottle of rum, okay, in a rum bottle, okay, and give him the machete and the bottle of rum with the wet tissue tied up at the head of it, and give it to him. Now we get to the sacrifice part, which is the shedding of blood. Usually what we sacrifice in voodoo is like cow, pigs, goats, and rooster. Okay, so when you're sacrificing animals, sometimes it's because that animal is what that Loa eat, okay, because they have like a specific animal for each Loa. And other times it's because that you promised that Loa, like if you do something for me, I would sacrifice like 3 cows, like you do something very like not usually done. Okay, so that's what the sacrifice is. Okay, you kind of spend more because he did you a great favor, he blessed you. Okay, another thing that you should know, guys, they say that a woman should not be cooking for the Loa while she has her period. So if that woman has her period, she should not be cooking for the Loa at the moment. Okay, so I don't know if there's a mystical meaning behind it, or if it's just cultural. I don't know, but that's what they say. And another thing that you should know, guys, is that voodoo makud that are different from Asongwe that are well initiated, that went to the Kanzo process. So the voodoo makud are different. Okay, voodoo makud, in their voodoo services, they have like the food dedicated to the Loa buried under the ground. Okay, so Asongwe don't do that. Okay, Asongwe usually share the food with like everyone, and they summon the loa to eat with them, okay. And however, if you see in some way there is that has like a specific meaning that I'm not gonna discuss here in this video. And another thing that I see, that I notice, and that I know and people always say is that they don't give sauce beans or bean sauce to the loa, okay. For those of you who are familiar with Caribbean food, especially Haitian food, you know that it's very common that Haitians we love how bean sauce, okay. So they don't, it's very interesting that the loas, they don't eat that, okay. They don't take part in that. Now let's talk about the table in the voodoo service, okay. With voodooists we call it niche, and some people do like 3 different tables, but some just do like 1 table but divided in 3, okay. The first part is for the dead, okay, for your ancestors, for the Gedevi, okay, and 1 is for the Radalwa, you know, because they're like softer loas, and you're older, they're different from the Petal loas. They are new and they are very hot. And now for the table dedicated, you know, to the dead, you know, to your ancestors, to the Gedevi, you prepare like 2 type of coffee, okay. You do like a coffee without sugar, without anything, for your ancestors, and a sweet coffee for the living, okay. And there's another coffee that they prepare, salty coffee, just in case, because that salty coffee is prepared in Asian culture is when, you know, someone has a bad news and that person have like difficulties coping with that news, so that's in case, okay, that's what they give it that person. And now on the same table you also put like different type of breads and different type of candies, little food, you know, that are not too strong, you know, little food that people likes to eat. And in the other part of the table you put like different type of food depending on the taste of the loa, okay. So you might want to check the videos that I did about specific loas, telling you guys the taste, you know, what type of food that they like, so that you may know what to cook and what to offer. And one thing to keep in mind as a voodooist is that in every voodoo service we have to start with Papa Legba, okay, because he's the one that has the power to open the gate, okay, so that we can have access with the loa, okay, so that the loa may come to the material world, okay, for us, okay. So at every beginning of voodoo service we do like a veve, okay, veve, for Papa Legba, to call on Papa Legba and ask him, you know, to open the gate for us, okay. So that veve is done with the corn flour, okay. And after that you invite the marasa, and if the marasa are not well treated, well, the voodoo service is not well done, okay. So you have to be careful with them and to deal well with them, okay. And then you take haiza and so on, okay, but you have to take the gedevi in the last part, okay, because what they're gonna do is that they're gonna dance, they're gonna have fun, they're gonna like do a lot of sexual gestures, because this is how they celebrate life, okay. So you have to leave the last part for them. And one most important thing that I forgot to mention at the beginning is that you have to salute the ancestors even before getting in contact with the loa, okay, because your ancestors, they gave you that power, they passed you that power to be in contact with the loa, so you have to invite them first, okay. So, and to do that, it's very simple, okay. Remember that I said you prepare coffee for them, so you take a white cup, okay, with water, and white cup with coffee, okay, with the coffee for them, okay. So you do like 3 drops on the ground, okay. You throw away 3 drops of water and 3 drops of coffee, okay. The first drop is for them, the second drop is for the loa, and the last drop is for the unknown, okay, because in voodoo we respect the unknown, okay. And another fun fact is You know, as Haitians, when we see like animal sacrifices in crossroads, and we see like food left in crossroads, okay, if you're not voodooist, we tend to think like, you know, there's something bad going on, okay, there's like a black magic thing going on, okay, but it's not really something we need to be, you know, in fear of, okay, because it's like a cultural thing, it's like a traditional thing, so that we may remember what happened in the past. It's because our ancestors, okay, in the slavery time, they used to live like foods, okay, they used like something, okay, in the crossroads for other slaves, so that when they go and they sneak out of their farms to go away, to flee away, they have these foods ready for them in the crossroads to take with them. So we still do that, okay, to honor the loa and to honor the ancestors, okay, so it's a kind of a minor thing. And this is it, guys, this is the video. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and I hope you enjoyed it, okay, so please give me a thumbs up and share the videos. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for, okay? The most important thing is that don't forget to click the notification button, okay, so that YouTube may notify you whenever I upload a new video. So take care and see you in another video.